In June 1941, the Germans came in.
What was your first sight of
The
that?
first sight, now the beginning, it was actually the day I got married, on June the 22nd, when we heard the first bombardments. We weren't quite sure what it was. We thought it was Russian maneuvers because they were all the time going, and blackouts we had all the time, and like training blackout. But when we heard the bombing, we didn't quite know what it was. We thought it was maneuvers. But in the early morning, we were told that it was war. And that war lasted for a week, 7 days. And Liepāja was very heavily bombarded. The Germans had the Stukas planes, I don't know if you know them, and they came down and they burned particularly the Jewish areas. I met my husband in the youth organization. We've been friends for a long time. We brought our marriage forward because of the war, because we thought we might be parted. But then the war broke out just then, and a month later he was already taken away by the Germans. And
Can you tell me about your marriage, where it took place, and the sort of wedding?
Well, it was a wartime wedding. It was not what you imagine now, a nice big wedding. We went and had our chuppah. We came home and had a nice meal with family and friends. And that was it. A week later, we had already lost my brother and my husband because they were arrested and they were marched off and they were shot, they were killed.
How did you know what happened to them?
We saw them being arrested, we saw them being rounded up, we saw them being marched away. And rumors came later to what happened to them. They came from the Latvians and they came from the Germans themselves, because we worked with Germans, we were guarded by Germans, and they just told us what happened. In 3 days they rounded up roughly 3,000 Jewish men and children, boys,